Yeah. He talked to a lot of comedians for me. He got me comedians for like $10, and that's what really got me. Like it was like, oh, it's JP's show. All right, cool, but it was really my show. So he put his neck on the line for me. Shout out to John Paul all the time. But it was JP. It was Keith Pedro, who I still work with. It's Chris Robinson, who I still work with, and a guy named Jazzman, who coincidentally I don't work with anymore. And even in this climate now was not anywhere near as sensitive as it was. This was back in 2010. We're now almost 10 years later.
Yeah, very sensitive now.
It's a very, very sensitive time. And basically, there's always this... The funniest jokes are the jokes about the things that you think and would never say out loud.
Yeah, for sure.
The people in the crowd that are laughing the hardest are the ones that definitely have shared. Major did a joke last night about teeth in the pum pum, and how when you crawl into bed with your wife at the end of the night, how she's pretending to be sleeping, but somehow magically she just kind of rubs up on.
She backs it up. Yeah,
it's that familiar feeling that actually warms you up to that comedian because you feel like they know you.
Yeah.
So jokes are made that are often crossing lines that regular people can't cross.
Yeah.
That's what's supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And in this extra sensitive time, I just feel like comedy is one of those things that should be just left alone. So when people come up to me and they're like, well, thank you for doing this, thank you for bringing this to my city, it catches me a little bit off guard. But the stories that I love are those that say, you know what? It's because of Major that I was able to get through the death of my son.
Yeah.
I watch his videos every single day. It's because of Major that I got through the divorce. It's because of White Yardie that I was really able to understand what it was like to fit in places or not fit in and be okay with not fitting in and blah, 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 blah. And that's when I know that comedy is a healing thing. It's like when you can laugh at the jokes about your culture, about your sexual orientation, about your shortcomings in life, when you just laugh at that shit, say, this world doesn't even understand how great I am personally.
Yeah. We know what it's like to deal with rappers and producers and actors, but we never hear anybody talk about the backstories about dealing with comedians. What's the comedian circle like? Is it easy to work with? Are they approachable?
The comedians that you're talking about were nobodies when I met them, or they're very, I wouldn't say nobodies.
But they weren't at the plateau. They weren't at the plateau they're at now.
They're not the people that they are today, and we joke about that all the time. So it was not. Comedians are down to earth people, though. So that's one thing. But getting to them was not difficult at all. First time I called the phone to book Major Hype, I spoke to a manager named Ryan, who happened to sound exactly like Major Hype. Exactly like Major Hype. And me and Ryan kicked off.
So hold on. Before you get into the story, how did you get the number? How did you get the number?
I've never talked about this. Off is like IG or something. But what happened was I was competing with a Montreal promoter. What's his name? Winston. Winston are super cool now, but we were competing at the time. But I was trying to put in a 3-show deal, and Winston is trying to put in a 1-show deal. And you know that Toronto Montreal thing. We try to big boy you guys. Like, what the fuck you gonna do with a Montreal promoter? I'm doing 3 shows, bro. So he was on some shit. Well, this nigga put in his money 3 hours before you put in your money. I'm like, nigga, 3 hours? What the fuck you talking about?
Tell me now.
Like we
count 3 shows to 1.
Exactly. But Ryan didn't care. Ryan only cared about what time the deposit came in and what time the other deposit came in. So me and Ryan did not like each other. By the time I met Major Hype in person, Ryan was fired. I've never heard about Ryan.
So it wasn't Major.
Bro, I don't know.
We're going to have to get some answers tonight.
I don't know, bro.
Who is
Ryan?
Ryan?
I've never asked him about Ryan, ever.
I interviewed Wes sometime. He was talking about this guy, Ryan. Who is Ryan?
Ryan?
Yeah, he said the first time he reached out to you, he spoke to a guy named Ryan.
Oh, Ryan.
But he said Ryan sounded just like Major Hype.
Ryan is my little brother. When I first started doing comedy, right, and I first started venturing out and doing stand-up, the first people I went to was family.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Let's start it off properly. Let me give family an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But I had I had one brother doing like the office booking stuff, and then I had my other brother traveling with me.
Okay, that's what's up.
So, you know, but everybody ventured out and do their own thing now.
Okay. Okay, so you got the new show sold out. 2 shows, Queen Elizabeth. Where the F you're from? So are you finally gonna say where you're from tonight?
I don't know. You gotta watch the show.
I get in very, very early when I think I am blessed with the gift of foresight, and
That's good to have.
well, all the guys that I bet on are, well, Blackson is 4 million now. I was working with him at 200K. Major's almost at the mill. I was working with him at like 150K or something like that. And Yardy was very niche in his comedy, so his 350 or 400 is a different. Like his
no, they loyal.
Exactly.
They super loyal. Yeah, I'm one of them.
And I started with him with 50 or 60K. So at 50 or 60K, they're still trying to figure out how the fuck they're gonna turn this thing that they just do from their bedrooms in their bathroom and on the way to work and in their car while they're still going to their jobs at whatever transit system or whatever call center or whatever they work at. And I'm the guy that's saying, hey, I can pay you to do this thing that you love. So it's not really hard to deal with them at that stage. It's the people that I don't deal with that are more difficult to deal with.
So let's talk about booking talent.
Yeah.
What are some of the downsides of booking talent that you have experienced along the way?
Agents. I don't fuck with them.
So comedians have agents?
Yeah, a lot of them have agents.
Weezy Moon Chaser, the best conversation in Canada, affiliated, the 6 social media. This is Running with Wolves, true story. The Mogul, Wes Hype. One of the most influential guys in comedy and media in our country. Entrepreneur. He's done it all. We're sitting down with you, Mr. Wes. What has been some of the crazy things you've seen on tour? You've been on tour. So you've done the US, Canada, UK with the likes of Major, White. You've also gone to Jamaica too with Major as well, right?
Yeah.
So you've been in different countries with Major, predominantly with Major and White Yardy, right?
Those are my main two.
Okay.
Two guys.
What has been some of the crazy? Now, we got to get into some of the sauce. I know we don't normally get into that. What have been some of the crazy stories on tour? Do comedians get as crazy as rappers?
Nah.
I've been backstage to one of your events. Y'all get pretty. Y'all be moving back there.
It ain't like that, man.
They drink a lot.
We drink. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. We drink.
And Toronto, y'all got that Ray and nephew, so we always appreciate y'all in Montreal.
Y'all have Ray?
No, we live in Quebec. We ain't got no Ray and nephew. It doesn't translate.
Y'all gotta fix that.
The craziest thing that's happened during the show.
I'm gonna tell 2 different scenarios.
Oh, we love it.
One, we almost got on the no-fly list.
With who?
With White Yardy and my boy Weezy, who is on tour with Division now. He's rolling as the Division's security.
Shout out to Division OVO.
First of all, those 2 together, it's like fucking.
Who that? Weezy and White Yardy?
Weezy and White Yardy.
They don't get along?
No, that's Dumb and Dumber. Okay,
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and
Butthead.
They are so stupid. White Yardy is stupid, and Weezy supports all his stupidity. And they call me Stress West because I'm the dude that has to keep everything. I'm like the classroom teacher.
Yeah,
You're the class clowns having a ball, and I'm just saying, yo.
You're the parent that actually has to parent.
Bro, you gotta learn something. You have an exam. I'm trying to help you.
Yeah.
That's the whole tour. Like, all right, cool. You guys are having fun and games. Okay, cool. We almost missed this show. We missed
You've missed shows because you guys are wild now?
Bro. Anyways. So, on this particular day, my fault. We decided to do, we did the show in Poughkeepsie. And then we were coming to JFK, to fly to JFK and go do a show in Edmonton. Now, our flight was at like 6 in the morning. We got to be there at like 5 in the morning. Like, that's we always push that limit. Like, the last second that you can check your bag in, that is when we are checking our bags in. So, 6 is the flight. 5 is the latest that we can check in. So I'm like, yo, listen, when we're done doing the show in Poughkeepsie, it's like a 2-hour drive to back into New York, whatever, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. The show's not gonna be done till like 12. It's gonna be 2. From 2 to 4, that's nothing. We can chill in the airport. That was the worst decision of my entire life because now we start drinking.
What, on the way to the airport or at the airport?
We checking out. We had a rental. We checked it in. And we found a bottle of Hennessy in the car. We can't travel with it. We can't check the Hennessy. We don't have carry-on. So we're like, all right, fuck it. Let's drink it then.
Yeah.
Them a little bit more than me. So JFK. It wasn't even JFK. I think it was LaGuardia. LaGuardia at 3, 4 in the morning is like The Walking Dead. There's
nobody there.
No, there's a lot of people there, bro. And what they're doing before they got there, like I think you ever been your bus stations in Montreal?
Yeah.
You know what it's like around a bus station in Montreal where people are camping everywhere.
What's it called with the Greyhound?
Yo, I've been by your Greyhound stations, bro. It was like that.
What's it? Berry, yeah, the Berry station, Berry.
All of the people that chill outside of your Montreal station are inside LaGuardia Airport. So there was like this one dude, I don't know what the fuck he was on, but I had a little desk where I was doing stuff on a laptop.
Yeah.
And it was like nobody around. And he came and sat on the other side, like this close to me, and was just like staring directly into my eyes. I'm like, my nigga, what the fuck is going on at 4 in the morning, bro? So I moved my whole shit.
So the bottle of Hennessy's already open? You guys are already drinking at this point?
They finished the bottle of Hennessy. I'm trying to get work done. Well, I that's why I do my best work when I'm drinking. But now they don't have shit to do. He's an entertainer. He's security. They don't have anything to do. I got bigger stuff to do. I'm working here. So they see this guy that has turned a pile of napkins into a pillow for whatever the fuck reason.
What are you talking about?
There's this dude, Indian dude in a suit that he was in a suit. So I don't know where he was before.
So he's in a suit. So you're presuming he's professional.
Well, no, we don't presume that at all because he turned a stack of napkins into a pillow.
How many napkins does it take to turn into a pillow?
It doesn't matter how many napkins you use, it's still not enough. Okay? So he had like 3 though. and he was lying on the airport ground. You know you beat your kids for lying down on the floor in the kitchen.
Yeah,
like they're off the fucking floor. He's on the floor of the airport lying down. So they start messing with him. I don't remember what they were doing before this, but the last straw was they basically said.
But what did they do to mess with him? They were just throwing things at him while he was sleeping?
Nah, they were talking, having random conversations with, yo, bro, what are you doing? Yo, there's not enough napkins for your head, bro. Whatever they're saying, they kept waking him up. He's sleeping. They're waking him up. So the last straw was, they're like, yo, fam, where are you going? And he's just like, oh, I gotta go to Miami. Where the fuck he said? And he's like, yo, what time's your flight? And he's like, oh, the flight's at 7. They're like, but it's already 9. He popped up. Yo, he popped up.
You guys are messed up.
First. And he grabbed his phone. He has a phone. He's in a suit, but he had napkins for a pillow. And he looked at the phone.
Why keep this in this pillow with a napkin?
Because I don't know what he was thinking. I have no idea what he was thinking. So he looks at the phone and sees that it's only like 5 in the morning. We told him it was 9 in the morning. They told him it was 9 in the morning. I had nothing to do with this. And he pops up and he's like, oh, you guys are fucking stupid. Fuck your mother. Da-da-da. He starts going off. They're still having a ball. At some point, it changed.
What did it change to?
I don't know. Well, at some point, I don't remember if it was the words or whatever, but at some point it got physical.
Well, who? With White Yardie?
No, the guy. The guy in Weeze.
The guy.
I don't know.
Security guy.
He tried to hit it. He tried to physically attack him. And he's not a guy that you try to physically attack.
How big is this guy? How big is this other Weezy?
Yo, he's little bonitano.
Beer nephew him stout.
Yeah, but hey, long story short, this guy was fully in the wrong, but he was provoked, and we were just trying to get back home. We were just trying to get back home. That was a hilarious story, and it's all actually the reason why I can talk about it openly is because it's all on both Yardie and Weezy Snapchat. So the world knew about this situation. In Jamaica with Major, We didn't really have a whole bunch of crazy stories, but I was very surprised at the way that you order KFC, the procedure for ordering KFC.
Oh, it's beautiful in the West Indies.
Yeah, well, apparently after the club, when you go to get KFC, what you do is you park in the drive-thru, and then you exit your vehicle, and then you yell at the window as loudly as you can in the most
obnoxious way you can.
Obnoxious, aggressive patois that you've ever heard in your life. And
what's some of the words you've heard at the KFC drive-thru?
Well, I stayed in the car. I didn't get out of the car because I'm from Canada and I'm accustomed. It's called a drive-thru. So I was stayed in the car that drives. I can't drive my feet, so I stayed there. But they just all yelled at the window, and someone who looked like Sarani with a beard was
Sarani with a beard
was very, very excited. The concept that I can't really fuck with that other people do, and I understand why they do, is getting it out is better than not. Only you know that perfect project. People will be satisfied with the bullshit.
Yeah.
Your bullshit is amazing to them.
Like guys, a lot of black guys are really short term with their thinking.
Yeah. That's true. And that was like an open conversation about one conversation. That little bit came out and I'm like, yo, I really fuck with that. So I'm gonna put that video out. I edited it in like 3-4 hours and I put that out and it had the same amount of views as the shit that I worked on for 9 months, bro. No one saw the difference. I worked on this for 9 months. Being the best light and producing content might be conflicting ideologies, right? So being perfect and putting out perfect content is definitely far down the list than to just putting out and producing. When you produce at a regular, consistent.
Yo, what's up? This is your boy Major, aka the King of Caribbean Comedy. Right now, you're watching The Six. That's right. Keep it locked right here. It's fire. Over. It's the same thing you expected. I mean, you know what? You never know because I never try to do one show at the same show. So even tonight, we got 2 shows tonight. The other one show is gonna vary from the other, so I mean you never know. But just expect to come on live and enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Major Hype sold out. 2 shows wherever you're from. It's going down. Queen Elizabeth Theater tonight. So it's the big reveal tonight. Major Hype will say finally where he's from.
I guess it's Jamaica.
No, I heard Grenada might be the answer. I'm Grenadian too, so I heard Grenada might be the one.
Oh, so you're looking for company? You had to throw that in. I'm Grenadian, so.
No, I heard Grenada might be the one, man.
Yeah?
So that's
what you heard?
That's what I heard.
Wow.
Are you gonna let it go today or what?
I don't know. I won't with my passport just in case. What symbol does Grenada have on their passport?
A nugget. No, on the passport.
A nugget? What do you mean a nugget? What is a nugget?
Oh, not nugget, a nutmeg.
A nutmeg.
I thought it was a nutmeg, but
so when you go through customs, you get in their passport. There's a nutmeg on it.
No, the nutmeg is the national. Is the national.
All right, let's act. I'm gonna ask you one more time. I don't think you understood. I don't think you understood the question. The coat of arms.
The coat of arms.
That is on the passport.
I don't know what the coat of arms is.
Oh, okay, so you're not Grenadian. Okay?
Oh, mom's Grenadian.
Say that. I mean, some people got crocodile, some people have alligator, some people have some Indian in a dress.
Moon Chaser running with wolves, the 6 social media D-Wade here with me. We got a popular person from BC. What's going on, brother?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. So you backstage. How did you get involved with Wes and the whole Juice comedy?
I actually met Wes in Vancouver. He was running a show for White Yardie. And I hit him up. I said, I would love to do like a 5-minute set there. And then let me do it. And it went really well. And then I heard that they need someone to open in Edmonton and Calgary.
So you went out there?
I flew out to Edmonton and Calgary. Like
on your own dime too?
On my own dime.
So I'm telling you guys got to invest in yourself. You see this brother did. He got the open door and he pushed it to a next level. We got to do that. I look where about you now. New Major Hype show. You're opening for Queen Elizabeth Theater. Were you nervous when you got on stage, or did you like the energy? There's a lot of pretty women here tonight.
Yeah, it's a great show. It's a lot of great people in the show, part of the show, and in the audience. And I do get nervous, but it's only because I'm invested,
Yeah, man, the emotions in it, man. So let people know your social media, where they can find you, where they can get some of your product, get some of your videos.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram at FeelingMyself07. My last name is Phils. It sounds like I'm self-involved.
Yo, sell yourself, man. It's okay. Wall 6 Media.
Yeah, man. It's, filling myself for 7 on Instagram and on YouTube at Simon Phils. You can catch. I make vlogs and I also do stand-up comedy. That's what I'm here.
Yeah. Weezy Moon Chaser, running with wolves. The 6 social media. I'm here with Prince. Major Hype's road match. It's official, exclusive. What's the vibe like working with Major Hype? You go to different cities, different countries. What's the energy like when you're on the road with Major?
Honestly, it's a very humbling experience because it's almost like he's your modern age rock star for the culture. Like everywhere you go, you can see that he touched so many people in different ways. Like everybody says, yo, I'm watching his kids every day. If I'm sad, if I'm tired, if I'm before I go to sleep, if I'm, you know what I mean? Like, you know that a person can do that, have that effect on people, and change your whole, you know what I mean, your whole mood for the day. I guess we have to better people. That's a blessing. So it always makes you feel good just watching him give it to the people, and then.
Boy, it's Mr. J Martin representing Toronto to the fullest. You know, you gotta check out the 6, the-6.com. Make sure you get on it for all the best in social media, comedy, music. It's gonna be all the way live. It's your boy J Martin, and we gone.
Hey guys, it's your girl, She's So Cold, and we're back for another exclusive backstage interview with the one, the only, the 6, and we are here with Mr. J Martin. Thanks for sitting down with us.
Thank you for having me, man. This is awesome. And I'm with She's So Cold. You can follow me on Instagram.
So there's a rumor going around that you actually have something in the making, some kind of big production. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Or is it a top secret?
Who told you?
I can't say.
You heard it through the
My lips
grapevine.
are sealed.
You can't say, but I should say.
Yeah. Can you confirm, deny?
No, I can confirm, yes.
Okay.
People are talking because the rumor's getting brought out. I'm doing a romantic comedy.
Oh!
Yes, it's a funny movie. It's called Destination Wedding.
Okay.
It stars some very, very funny people. Mm-hmm. To my knowledge, it hasn't been done in Canada, a motion picture where we go independent to the theater.
Yeah.
I think it's due. It's overdue.
It is.
We've gone to see all of the movies, all the celebrity movies, and I think romantic comedies work. Mm-hmm. The Girls Trip worked. Think Like a Man works. So this movie's a little bit of both. It's Destination Wedding. It's about a comedian who's supposed to get married, gets left at the altar, and big things happen. He deserved it. But it gets really funny when he marries another girl who's Indian in the Caribbean island, and his original wants him back. So kind of a bit of love triangle. There's a lot of big names. Canadian celebrities and stars are all coming out for this to make my dream a reality. And I think once we hit the big screen, it's just the beginning. We have some other projects that we're writing, but I think it's long overdue. I mean, Drake's made it, right? Music's made it. Amen. Models made it. Beautiful people made it. So now it's time for us funny guys. So here we go. I am trying this chocolate chip cookie, and chocolate chip cookies are my favorite. Unless they're not milk chocolate, because I'm allergic to milk. That's why I asked. And when she said vegan, I was like, oh.
Try it.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Damn! I'm not even making this shit up. This is delicious. I know don't usually eat from people, you know.
Okay.
This is still melting in my mouth. What are you putting in this?
Love. Lots of love.
It's still there.
West True Story, running with Wolf 6 Media. So we're at the first show. We started a little late. So the second one's gonna be like 9:30 and up.
No, we plan for that. We leave another room.
Okay.
There's another buffer room. So unless we run into more delays on the second show, we'll be like we have a grace period, so we should be able to start the second show on time.
So what we have to do now that the show is going on now, people are going in, you set up the merge, the VIP door, the food. So what's left for you to do now as you move along?
Well, me personally, I just keep overseeing everything that's going on, make sure everything's running smooth. And really now, once the show gets underway to about this point, we start preparing for the next show, whatever hiccups or whatever might happen on this show. For example, if we exchange the seat, sometimes people printed out the first seat that they had, they don't print out the second one, so it looks like there's two people with double seats, but it's not that situation. And people start panicking about having double seats, so that needs to be nipped in the bud right away. People, the ushers, they come and talk to us, stop making their own decisions. Little stuff like that, like just making sure.
So we're gonna move with you. It's Wes Hype, True Story, running with Wolf 6 Media.
So the concept of the game is you have a meme, and you have caption cards.
Okay. You gonna match them up?
You gotta match them up. In the real game, they get 7 cards. Okay. In this demonstration, we're gonna give them only 3 cards.
Right.
3 for Major's person, 3 for my person from the audience, right? We're gonna, out of their 3 cards, let's say they have when your Empress expects a Valentine's gift, but I won't celebrate the white man's holiday. Doesn't really go. So they would probably discard that.
Right.
And they would, so the one that they select, they're gonna hand to Jay Martin. The discarded ones, we're gonna still have their image on screen, and me and Major are gonna read them. Say, okay, so she didn't pick when your Empress expects a Valentine's gift, but whatever. The problem I have with this is if this was on screen and they could read it while we were saying it, I think they would follow along with it a lot better. When you're enjoying the chicken your grandma made, but find out it's possum, everyone looks at the face and kind of react. Okay. So 3 options for each person, and then Jay Martin is going to read out the one that they actually picked. We're going to make the crowd decide which one won. So me and Major are just reading out the waste ones, just so they can get the idea. So they didn't pick when you so they didn't pick Richie might poison your ass. Then they look at the whatever. So Major's gonna read out the 2. So she didn't pick when you piss off your girl, whatever. Right. I'm gonna read 2, Major's gonna read 2, and then Jay Martin's gonna read the 2 that they selected. So what do you guys think fits this better? We got the ones that don't fit out the way. What do you guys think fits better for the game? They're gonna win a game today. I need your help to vote. So the first caption is blah, 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 blah. We'll have the cards in our hands for a little while to know what we're going to read and be prepped, whatever. Okay. So we'll be good.
Weezy Moonchaser running with Wolves, the 6 Media, Wes Hype, the Mogul. How you feeling so far? You think it's a good turnout so far? It's sold out?
Well, it's sold out because you can't add more seats. So it's the
best turnout. But you could add seats on top.
We just built that. Well, I invested in that shit. So we're going to be adding seats on top. We need to get more people in here. More people need to experience the this little niche that we've carved out for ourselves here, sure. Where Caribbean comedy is on a mainstream platform.
And before we go, the What You Mean game is out. Where can people get the game?
www.whatyameme.com. Put it in writing because it's spelled.
This will be in the bottom right there. Cool. Add it up there. Wes Hype, I appreciate you. True story.
Yo,
6 Media running with Wolves.
The love. Thank you for y'all coming through and working with me the past 48 hours. It's been a good experience.
It's been crazy.
You know, enough cameras around.
Moonchaser.
The backstage stuff that's going on. We're about to start the second show in a minute.